And don't let anybody put you in a box that you just have to do this, you just have to do that. Baby, you can do it all. The doors God has opened for you, nobody else can close it. And the doors He's closed for you, nobody else can open those. We here, bro. We made it. We made it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey girl, hey. Hey boy, hey. So in today's video, we have a little Q&A. I just opened the floor, passed around the mic. There are different layers to Tasha for juice on this channel. So I just wanted to open up the floor and have you guys ask me some of your questions when it comes to career, dental hygiene, lifestyle, business, maybe a little bit of my personal life. We're not giving too much. But yeah, so for some of you that are new here, welcome to the channel. I hope that you subscribe. I hope that you stick around. My career is dental hygiene. I am a registered dental hygienist. I've been a hygienist now for almost 5 years. It will be 5 years this year, you guys. The big 5. We're gonna go crazy. I also am a business owner. I own Tasha Stuff's Boutique. I think one of my favorite things on YouTube here on this platform is that I get to inspire people. I get to show people that if I can do it, you can do it. You don't have to solely focus on one adventure. You can do it all. You can be an entrepreneur, you can be a business. And I still have so much work to do, but that is my favorite thing on YouTube is people that come to me and say, you inspired me to do this and you inspired me to go to school and do that. You can do it all. And I always tell you guys that. So this little Q&A today will be covering different aspects. It will be motivational. You guys will get to pick my brain and know basically a little bit about my journey, how I got here and all of that. So grab you a snack, grab you a drink. It's going to be a fun one. How did you know that you wanted to be a dental hygienist? Now, if you go back to some of my older videos, you guys, I have so many different videos about dental hygiene, so many different vlogs about dental hygiene. But the reason why I picked this question to answer is because I feel like I get asked this question a lot, and it's always kind of hard for me to answer this question, but this is a question that always makes me reflect. So I 100% never knew that I wanted to be a dental hygienist. It's one of those things that I was like, I'm gonna go for it. If it works out, it does. And if it does not, what's the worst thing that can happen? We will venture out to something else. My aunt sat me down at a table. She was like, okay, girl, now we're starting college. She's the one who registered me for college. And she was like, this is a pamphlet of all of their health programs. Now pick one. And one thing about Haitian families, baby, they want you to be a doctor. They want you to do something healthcare, something that is secure, something that you will never have to look for a job or hurt for a job for. So I was like, okay, well, how do you know I didn't want to be I don't know, something that had nothing to do with healthcare? One thing that stood out to me, you guys, was dental hygiene. And that pamphlet had each career in their description. Like, one of the things that stood out to me with dental hygiene, I was like, okay, I get to help people. And I was like, it is healthcare, but it's not like you're in the hospital healthcare. For me, I didn't know if that was something I necessarily wanted to do. And shout out to all of my nurses, shout out to all of my girls and guys in healthcare that is doing the thing, okay? Y'all are killing it. And I'm always binge watching nursing videos. Like, I love healthcare, period. Anything that has anything to do with healthcare, I'm watching it. Any healthcare show, vlog, reels, videos, I'm watching it. I love healthcare. That's why I got in healthcare. But dental hygiene really stood out to me. So I started to work towards that. Went and took my prerequisites. I started taking my science classes. And then I went to my advisor to let her know at that time, you know, this is what I'm interested in. This is what I'm working towards. And I will never forget this, you guys. This is a story time I have told before, but if you have not heard it, I will never forget this. My advisor at the time told me, are you sure you don't want to do it for something else? You know, it's very competitive. Not a lot of students get in. That's what made me say, okay, watch me. And people don't realize the impact that they can have on other people, especially when you're in that role of a mentor, a counselor, a guidance for younger students. Her telling me that, now that could have, if that could have affected me the wrong way and made me not want to go for hygiene. But when I tell you guys, that gave me the drive, that gave me the motivation, and here I am today. So I'm saying all this to say, your journey is your journey, and nobody else can get in the way of that. Do not let anyone's words, opinions, whatever it is, affect your goals, your dreams, whatever it is that you want to do. Do the work, and don't let anybody else get in the way of that. That is their opinion. That's their vision. That's not your story. That's their story. Don't let anybody get in the way of your story, of what God has written for you. Okay? How long did it take you to finish your prereq courses before hygiene school? That is a very common. I don't know how many times I've answered that question. You must be new here. You must be new here. I had to take quite a few classes, and it took me 1.5 years. Now, I know some students that it only took them 1 year to do those classes. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna take you 1.5 years. It could take you 1 year, or it could take you 2. Are you going to make dental hygiene merchandise on Tasha's Legs Boutique? We have, I can't reveal too much. All I can say is that this year, 2022, Tasha's Legs Boutique will be having a major rebrand, you guys, heading towards something really, really big that I know that my audience will love. So praying to the men above that he guides me through this journey. I will be vlogging, well, not vlogging, I will be documenting that journey to you guys, and definitely keep y'all updated. Thank y'all for rocking with me and showing love, showing support. I love reading comments, and then I see, like, those are my day ones. Those are people that they've been following me for 3-4 years now, and they're still here commenting and liking. And I could get emotional thinking about this, but thank you so much. Thanks to all of you guys that always show love and support. And stay tuned for what there is to come. So someone asked, when did you decide to become an influencer? Well, it really started with my YouTube journey, you guys. When did I start to take YouTube serious? If I can answer that, it had to be after hygiene school, because I do remember seeing a gap on YouTube when it came to hygiene content. So I remember always getting on YouTube and even going on Google to look up dental hygienist and what do they do, how's dental hygiene school, what is their day-to-day life. And I remember seeing just a few videos about dental hygiene and dental hygienists, but there was a major gap there. So you know what I used to do? I used to watch nursing videos, day in the life of a nursing student or day in the life of a nurse, but dental hygiene was not represented as much. So that's what made me want to, I was like, okay, you know what? Once I graduate and I really know what dental hygiene school is like, I want to start talking about it for the girls and guys that want to know about dental hygiene, that want to know how to be a dental hygienist, because I couldn't find that information on YouTube. I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't find someone talking to me and walking me through their experience and their lifestyle, and that was non-existent. So it all started with that. I had my YouTube channel for like 3 years before dental hygiene school, and I was doing like hair videos, trying to get into the beauty tutorials. It wasn't really my niche or anything that I was really passionate about, but dental hygiene, I knew so much fresh out of school. I remember just during Christmas, my uncle asked me, what do you want for Christmas? I said, get me a camera. I said, just get me a recording camera. I don't care what brand. He got me a camera, child. Uncle, if you're watching this, shout out to you. I love you. And I got in front of the camera and I said, what's up, you guys? This video, I'm going to talk to you guys on how to become a dental hygienist. And it all started from there. And I was just spilling it out. I was being real. I was being vulnerable. I was excited, and I was telling them, like, it's hard, you guys, but you can do it. You can be a dental hygienist. You can be a boss. That wasn't the only thing. Not only was it not really talked about on YouTube, I didn't see anyone that looked like me talking about it. Like, people of color, Black people, just very much underrepresented in the health field. There's not enough of us, you guys. So it really all started from that. Okay, so yeah, that started my journey, and the rest is history. Would you say ATL is a good place to live or work for as a dental hygienist? Yes, I think the pay here is pretty good. I think There are so many different opportunities. ATL is really nice. I love the hustle here in Atlanta. I love the Black excellence. I love seeing businesses thrive and people just go for everything that they want. Depending on where you stay at, you can make 6 figures a year being a dental hygienist, and you can venture out and, like me, be a dental hygienist and a entrepreneur at the same time. I just don't want to limit what I have going on for me, which that leads us to a few more questions here. Well, let me read one of them. The other ones are kind of similar. This one said, what was the name of the office that you left and why did you leave? I'm not gonna share the name, even though this was an amazing office that I worked for. I love the team and the doctor, but why did I leave? Let's address it. Let's talk about why I left my part-time, full-time job, whatever you wanna call it. When I started with that job, I was full-time, working 4 days. Then I went down to part-time, working 3 days, and eventually left. So I shared with you guys that one of the reasons why I left was because I felt like I deserved a better pay at that office, especially being a hygienist for almost 5 years. What they were paying me at that office, I knew hygienists fresh out of school that were making more than that. So one of my teachers in hygiene school told me this: you need to advocate for yourself when you get out here in the real world, because nobody else is gonna advocate for you. You're going to be walking in rooms and places where you're gonna have to represent yourself because nobody else is gonna represent you. So what sense would that make for me to stay at a place when I know that I deserve a better pay, I deserve better benefits, I deserve better this and better that? Especially when I have the other income to sustain my lifestyle and to, do you get what I'm saying? To kind of fill in those gaps. So I had to leave for that main purpose, for that reason. You know, my doctor is so amazing. If it was up to him, the pay wouldn't have been a problem. I would have been sick. But we were working for a corporate company where it's like, it's not up to him. But at the end of the day, I left gracefully. I left, the way I came in, that's how I left. And if the opportunity presents itself again with, what I am asking for, then I could probably reconsider it. But there are also questions asking if I have left, if I'm done with dental hygiene, and the answer is dental hygiene is my career, you guys. I've been talking about it in the most recent vlogs that I want to get back into dental hygiene. I'm actually going through the process with my agency right now. But let me tell you this, it is okay to grow. It is okay for you not to fit in a box. I have different layers to my life right now, and I love it. Don't let anybody put you in a box that you just have to do this, you just have to do that. Baby, you can do it all. You can do it all. The doors God has opened for you, nobody else can close it. And the doors He's closed for you, nobody else can open those. So the answers to the questions that are asking, are you done with hygiene? The answer is no. I'm just getting started with hygiene. Y'all stay tuned for the journey. There is a lot more to come, but no, Tasha is not done with hygiene, okay? Are you investing in stocks? I am investing in stocks, you guys. This might be like out of the topic of everything, but I'm answering this question because I want some of you guys. I just want the best for my people on here, but I do want some of you guys to start looking into stocks and investments and crypto and doubling up your income, tripling up your income. Get that money, baby. Get that money. If y'all want more info on this or a more thorough video on this, and I can address it. But so there was a really good question about how do you handle hygiene, having your own business, YouTube, and pretty much everything that I have going on. Well, I did suffer with a lot of anxiety at one point, struggling being a full-time hygienist, having my own business, and also trying to be somewhat consistent on here on YouTube and everything else that comes in between in my personal goals. So you have to get to a point where you sit back and you kind of balance everything else in your life to see which one is the priority right now. Where is my mental state at? What makes me happier? And kind of go from there. So you have to put your mental state first at the end of the day. So how did I handle it though? Like, you guys, just going with the flow. I don't know where I found the energy. I just did it. I feel like these days in our generation, so many people just want to have this and that and the third, but they are not willing to put in the work and do the sacrifice, the blood, sweat, and tears. It is going to be a lot of work. It is going to be a lot to sacrifice. But at the end of the day, it's gonna pay off. I'm trying to buy my mama a house. I'm trying to get my people out of, you know, some uncomfortable situations. And so I cannot slow down. You know, I am an immigrant. I was born and raised in Haiti. I moved here to the state. And so I didn't have no time to waste. I had to get to that program and make it work because that was the only way out. This is my girl calling me because we about to do brunch. Miguel, we are going to be filming a part 2 to this video. Part 2 will be filmed either tomorrow and then I'll drop it middle of the week. What do you guys think? Or I might come back on the screen tomorrow. You know what? I might just get done up again tomorrow, come back on the screen and finish what we started and just add it to this video. But I really have to run. I'm back, everybody. Oh my God, this is crazy. Part 1, part 2. So one thing I did not want to do was post that video and give you kind of like a half job or insert like 5 questions when there are so many great questions and I really like where this video is going. So your girl got up this morning, made her a nice cup of coffee. No, not coffee. Made me a nice cup of tea. We did this makeup, this hair. We're still rocking the same top, so that's good for the sake of the video. You know, and I am back to finish the Q&A. We done went from a side part, straight hair, to a blunt cut curly bob. Hello there. So I did have quite a few questions that were asking about stocks and investing yesterday. I do remember that, and I kind of briefly answered it. I wanted to touch back on that topic and say this. I really got into stocks and investments last year, 2021. So is it too late to invest and get into stocks? Absolutely not. Make your research, you know, and do it. Now, I am like extremely new to this whole thing. It was just one of those things that was kind of intimidating to me because I just simply didn't know how it worked. And shout out to my cousin. When you have people around you that are willing to help you and guide you through things and they want to see you make money as much as they're making money, that's real love. And he was honestly one of the ones to introduce me to, oops, sorry about that. He was really the one to introduce me to stocks and investing and, hey, download this app and put this amount of money towards this stock. And, you know, this is how it works. And he sent me all the link for me to learn about it and all of that. I'm still learning a lot when it comes to that. I'm still making mistakes and learning lessons. One thing I've learned is that all of the information that you need is really out here for you. You just have to be open-minded and willing to try different things and willing to build generational wealth and be open-minded enough to go after that and to make it happen. So. Okay, so there is a pretty good question. Talk about your journey from working for someone to working for yourself. And if you don't mind, when and how your mentality on money changed. I love your videos. Thank you, babe. I think that for me changed during the pandemic. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like so many people got inspired during the pandemic. Just being at home and being able to think and reflect and think about what my goals and my dreams are and what all that I wanted to do. And let me tell you this, everybody's goals and dreams and aspirations in life are different. You know, for me, I wanted a little bit more. I wanted to start my own business, and that's something I had thought about for years and years. So that inspiration came from that. And I wanted to still keep my career, but head towards something different with it. So that's where my mentality changed. So entrepreneurship and having your own business and doing more than one and not having just a 9-to-5 job, that's not for everyone. You have people that are absolutely content in life with having their 9-to-5 and having their daily routine. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. When you lay in bed and you're like, I am happy, I'm fulfilled, I'm content, that's all that matters. One thing that I have to say is follow your dreams and do what makes you happy, do what makes you fulfilled. And if right now you do have a dream, you have something else that you want to do, but of course you got to work that 9 to 5 to pay the bills. That's the main priority, the bills. We got to get to the bag. That's the priority. But while you are taking care of that, in the backhand, don't forget about your goals and your dreams. And try to also fuel that and work towards that. And you know what I'm saying? Don't ever forget about that. And don't let anybody tell you that you can't do both. You get what I'm saying? So that's all that it's about for me. I got inspired during the pandemic and started working towards it, and still working towards it. Still have so much work to do, and your girl is still learning. I am 26 years old. I have a lot more to do and accomplish and learn, and I am just here for the journey. The most challenging experience of being a Black business owner. Are we talking about just one experience? Because I mean, there's been a lot. There's been a lot of different challenging times. I feel like when I was selling hair, that's when it was like the most stressful time for me as a business owner, because, and which is why I stopped selling hair, because the system that I had wasn't necessarily the best for my business. It wasn't the best for me and my customers. And also I was working with a vendor that was not consistent. So, you know, imagine just providing something and the best service for a customer, and they're like, hey, this hair is trash. And last time I bought the hair, it was great. And so I'm like, okay, how do I deal with this? How do I find another vendor? So I've been through some bumps on the roads, but that's all about that's the learning process. Without those mistakes, without those bumps on the roads, you are not going to learn. I am in my 2nd semester of dental hygiene school. How do I stay motivated and stay on track? Remember your why. Always remember, like, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I always say this. The real world as a dental hygienist is so much easier. You're going through this hard, tough program, this 2-3 year program for, trust me, your future self will thank you for going through this. Dental hygiene has opened so many doors for me. It has transformed, it has changed my life. It has changed the life of the people around me. And now I am able to change my patients' lives. And just always remember your why. Always remember the light at the end of that tunnel. Like, the closer you get, the brighter that light is getting. And then once you graduate, you're gonna be like, what did I go through all of this for? Because the real world is not that hard when it comes to hygiene. I think the program is that hard because the system works. When you do get out there, you know your stuff, you're confident. And then any healthcare program is hard, like nursing, physical therapy. And comment down below for all of my healthcare babes. Any healthcare program is hard, and I think it's because you're dealing with people's lives, okay? You're dealing with people's health and lives. So they want to make sure that you can take that. They want to make sure that you are qualified, but they want to make sure that you are qualified and that you can provide the best care for those patients. Stick through it, sis. Continue to work hard. Continue to push for it. Remember your why. And if you do need help in the program, you need guidance, remember that's why these instructors are around. That's what the instructors are there for. Go to them, ask for help, ask for guidance, train, practice, study, work hard. It is gonna be sleepless nights, and it'll be all worth it. Trust me. What are some lessons that you've learned being a dental hygienist? That is such a good question. That's actually gonna be our last question for this video. And I actually would wanna film a dedicated video on this question, because I feel like I've learned so much being a dental hygienist so far. And I have so much more to learn, but that was a great question. I've learned that learning doesn't stop once you graduate, okay? There is so much more that you will learn. I have learned to be an advocate for myself. I've learned to be an advocate for my patients. I have learned to be more independent and a decision maker. I feel like being a decision maker, a provider, that is something that you have to learn while you're on the job, because a lot of times school doesn't really teach you some of those skills. Like when you're in school, you are dependent on your instructors. You're dependent on your the students that you are going through the program with. Confident. I've learned to be a communicator. I've learned that it is so important to listen to your patients. It's so important to being able to relate to your patients, being an advocate. And I have learned to be patient. Just some of the things I've learned to be patient as a dental hygienist, okay? I love you guys so, so much. I love being able to inspire you one way or another. I love being able to be like that sister that's like, girl, you could do it. Like, this is nothing to it. You got it in you. You can do it. You can go after your dreams. You can be a boss. You can be an entrepreneur. You can have your career. And that is my favorite thing to do on this platform, is to inspire, encourage, push, drive. You guys, go after your dreams. Go to school, okay? Do your thing. Do not let anybody dim your lights. No one can affect what God has planned for you. And always remember that. That is what I want you to take from this video. If you like these type of sit down videos, inspirational, we're talking about career, lifestyle, and everything, let me know in the comments down below. Let your girl know. Y'all stay tuned for the day in the life dental hygiene edition, because your girl is getting back out there, and I'm very excited because I'm taking this to another level. I'm doing something a little different with hygiene, okay? I'm experiencing, after 4 years, I want to experience travel hygiene. I want to meet people and go to different offices and see what it's like. And of course, I'm taking y'all along with me on this journey. Talk to me in the comments. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I love you guys so, so much. Love you guys, and I will see y'all in my next one. Mwah.